want to dedicate my speech to beginning of the next type of Second World War, which is Europe began when Germany attacked the Soviet Union back in 1941. And for and historians have different kind of understanding of that particular day. When I was in school, I was taught that June 22nd, 1941 was the beginning of the Second World War. And apparently when the Soviet Union collapsed, people said, come on, it's September 17th of 1938 when Germany and Soviet Union split Poland in half was actually Second World, beginning of Second World War. And why it's that relative to remember, and why it's relative to me, my mother was born in Poland back in 1942, and when they moved borders from here to there to the others, nobody ever asked anybody's opinion. Is it those Ukrainians or Polish people or Jewish people living there? Politicians were just moving border to the left, to the right, and then writing the history. Oh, Second World War started in 1941, and unexpectedly Germany attacked the Soviet Union, and all this idea is when war started, and it probably doesn't matter what kind of war. It's where our politicians fail to communicate. That I tried to mention this point. When they fail to communicate and work and resolve issues and problems, they said, let's send troops there. And failure of communication, failure of government from one side or another, it's lead to massive wars. And when like 15, 20 years ago, I was believing, and I kind of make myself believe this war would never be again the same way like it used to be in the Second World War. And apparently I was wrong. Apparently war are still going on, and apparently the same techniques are applied to it, and it's kind of sad because we're losing a lot of resources, which is monetary resources and human value resources to these wars that sometimes prove to be unnecessary. Soviet Union were fighting in Afghanistan for 10 years. And I was living in that part of that time, in that country where I was supposed to be drafted to that part of the war. After 10 years, they leave this country with zero achievement of any kind. Although after this war, Soviet Union collapsed as a country because they barely can exist in the first place because it was a country of type of North Korea. If you understand what is the country might be all about, so military, and people were left out of basic necessities, and his history is repeating itself. So and we spend huge amount money of military and defense system where this money might be spent to some other sources. We have huge unemployment, we have huge crime, and all this might be effect of allocation money from one area to another, because division of money is always was a critical of any kind of country in any time of government, and usually when more go into military or to spend it to defense, less going to education, and it's always balanced. So if humanity in a way would actually learn how to live a life without fight all the time, the quality of life of every citizen in the country, in the world will be improved. So, and I want to conclude on this my bad package speech of the second, as the beginning of the second part of the Second World War, which United States were fighting together in allied with Soviet Union and applying so much material stuff to Soviets that they actually were able to win the Second World War with a relatively shorter war expenses. And where my family actually suffered. My grandfather lost all his possession and became a refugee in that war, and he was living in Poland, where it was a capitalistic country, and was dislocated to Soviet Union, where they cannot. He was a farmer. A government said you cannot have a horse because a horse would make you too independent from the government. So with this kind of misery they used to live in as a result of the Second World War. And thank you very much for this. I want to conclude my speech and go back to you.